So the life update was that I was moving out of one house into another, and believe me, that is why I look like this. It has been hectic. The last 2 weeks have been hectic, but I did get a chance to watch Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3 as well. And if I have to pick between Singham Again and Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3, I would go with Singham Again. Maybe it's because I watched that one first, because a lot of people who watched Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3 first preferred that. But I don't know. Anyways, so Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3 essentially does one good thing, that is, it really builds up on the lore of Manjulika and her past and her family and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. I think they took a really long time with the writing of this project, like building up the history of this project, which was really good for the movie, because people would have torn it apart if not done well, which is why that part is done really, really well. But the dialogues in general were not good. I don't know if it is Kartik Aryan's dialogue delivery or the dialogues in general, but the jokes do not land. Also, one running joke took like 7, 8 attempts for it to finally feel funny. And it is very hard to have repetitive jokes, like running jokes throughout the movie that actually land. Bulbulaya 3 does a lot of those, and majorly they do not land, which is just sad because it's supposed to be a horror comedy. This feels more like a thriller to me. Like, who was the killer of the ghost? Like in the olden days, there used to be like TV shows where they had like one entire episode only for the narration of the ghost as to what happened to them. Yeah, this feels like that, like Ahat and stuff. I don't hate the movie, but this is more, I mean, you can just watch it when it comes out on Netflix or something. You don't have to be in the theater to enjoy it, because there isn't much to enjoy. All the VFX is mediocre at best. The jokes are something you can, if you do enjoy that kind of humor, then you can watch it on TV. You don't have to be in a theater to watch this. So the story is basically Rubaba is not like an actual person who deals with magic or supernatural. Like, of course, he has had his brushes with them, but he doesn't actually know how to take care of them. He's just duping people for money. So somebody finds out and decides to dupe him for it, and he agrees to like do their bidding, which he anyways did for everybody else for money. And when he does reach there, it isn't exactly how he thought it would be, because there is like a real ghost and he has to deal with it because he's the only one who can deal with it. But yeah, that's basically the story. That's it. There is one good thing about the movie, is like it tries to set you in a different direction and then be like, aha, made fool of you, but not in a bad way. Like, it's not a surprise, it's not a big twist, like it doesn't even feel like that big of a deal when it does land, which is sad, to be honest, since it feels like a thriller. But it works because the last half an hour, 20 minutes of the movie, everybody was really into what they were trying to say. Like, the entire theater was silent. But the sad part is the entire theater would turn to their phones or to the people that they were with every time a song came up, because they're like, okay, this will have no story development, so let's just ignore the entirety of this song and just talk to people. People literally did that, the entire theater. And that is not a good sign. This is not a movie for songs. Why would you put songs in it? Anyways, on the other hand, let's talk about like all the characters or all the people. One, Kartik Aryan is Kartik Aryan at best. Like, he tries to do comedy. There are a few scenes where he has to do like drama, which are good, but the comedy really doesn't land, when even though it's like a horror comedy, and that's just sad. Two, Tripti Dimri. I feel sad for her character because she doesn't have much to do. Like she brings Kartik Aaryan into the setting of the movie, and then she's just around with like saris, like good saris, tiny blouse. She looks good, sure, but Tripti is capable of a lot more. If you haven't, you need to watch her movies Bulbul and Kala. They are really good. She's a very good actress, but this feels bad for her. Then we have Madhuri Dixit and Vidya Balan. Honestly, I was very happy to see Vidya Balan. She's a great actress, and in this movie, she really makes the movie make sense. She really fits in, and she brings the old Bhool Bhulaiyaa nostalgia and vibe, which just brings you into the movie more. Madhuri Dixit is definitely a plus, but not at its best. We know she's capable of more, but maybe it's the VFX or just the screenplay, but it isn't one of the best performances out there. If you have to look at the entire cast and pick one character that's really at their best, then it's definitely Vidya Balan, because I think this is like her home ground and she has done this before, which is probably why she looks so good in that avatar again. Bulbulaya 3 is fun, I'm not gonna lie, but अच्छी है पर खराब. You know what I mean? If you have watched the movie, then you would get it.